Alright, I am making my coffee. I'm getting ready to go. Let's do a little recap and figure out where we need to go next. So we have today. I think I ended with the magic menu. You can see we're disabling spells that we can't use in the field. We also do disable them when we don't have enough mana. Now we re-enable all of them regardless of their state when we're doing forget, so we can do that. If we want to buy different spells. Equipment working, magic items. Whoops, not too far out. You see that. So when we go here, we back out, we do need to get functionality so that we go to items. Magic shop. Using items in battle. Just trying to figure out where I want to go with it right now. I don't think I need to do that anymore. We did that. Magic shop. Let's see what I have in here. We have signs. Do we have a magic? Maybe that M. That could be magic. So maybe the inn will also have magic. I mean, I could put another building. Maybe up here. Let's give that a shot. Let's see. Maybe we put it down here. Good. Over everything. I have to grab my coffee real quick. main map. Let me grab this. Need to finish the walls. Finish the walls. It's gonna need collision. Back to main map. Finish this. And then we want to take. All right, good. I already got rid of that magic sign. Go to top decoration. Something like that. Do you have any kind of torches, fires? It's hard to tell. Are these animated? I think, yeah, these are different frames. So for an animated sprite, I'm pretty sure I'd have to take these out separately. Maybe for now, we just get one in, just as a placeholder. And let's give it a name. It's gonna be torch temporary. Definitely needs a clear background too. We'll worry about that later. So shopkeeper, I think we can just reuse that. Duplicate this guy, drag him up here. And turn this off. We can get rid of this one now. Or no, we're gonna give, this is the test shopkeeper. So we use him to test out a magic shop. Going to town. Now, I'm pretty sure my shop GUI is dependent on this being an item button. So we could maybe make, we could make a modified version that works with magic. Let's take a look at one GBA magic shop. Get some reference. This is what we already did. We need the shop. Here we go. This shows you the level. Well, the name Well, the type, the name, the level, description, cost, and who can use it. See, when I was making the shop GUI, I was not thinking about magic. So we don't need stock. What will happen is stock gets replaced with the classes. Everything else looks the same. So we need a way to swap these out for magic items. Okay. So we have items in one. We have quantities over there. Prices, info. I don't know if I was using info. So basically, we want to be able to swap this component out. This one and this one. And we will plop in the custom magic ones. So we'll call this, you can stay quantities for now, I think. That's what it's based on. And then items, yeah, why not? So make these reusable. And then at runtime, we just swap them. Got it. You take this whole thing. We're going to call this, swap out the whole. I almost feel like the entire middle should be its own thing. And so we could call this like items shop middle. See, it's that whole block there, that whole H box. And what I can do is save that as a scene in GUI. We'll probably have to give them some functions. But then what I'll do is hide it. I'm gonna make middle. Why is that not showing up? We're gonna duplicate that. Magic shop middle. First off, these need, I should have done that before I duplicated it. That we want to do top left. Whoops. Top left. Do the same thing for item shop middle. Let's see. I'm gonna have to modify some things now. So middle we changed to, let's see where we are calling this 5 times. We have top middle. And we just want the whole word. That's gonna be items shop middle. Get items. I think kind of like what we did with the player equipment window. I'll open that real quick. Oh yeah, you can't type. How we made this reusable, and then we use it in. I'll show you real quick. We use it in equipment. We also use it in status. You can see they communicate, right? We equip that. Okay, but they also have, they choose their own character. So we want to do that. That kind of format, you can see that's okay because I have it hidden right now. Or we'll swap out the middle, and we need to change how we get references to things that are in the middle. So this will, that's fine. We're going to call this shop middle. Or should I just make them separate? I think we will have a base class. And so we can do class name shop middle. What I'm doing right now, and what I've been doing, I mean, these are things that I don't work on a ton. And especially this is a new way of me handling a shop. So I'm not always going to be moving super quickly, and there's going to be, trying different things out and different iterations, and then ultimately we'll find something that works well. So we want to extend that. It's going to be item shop. Wait, yeah, magic shop middle. I just have to update this. And it doesn't make sense right now what I'm doing. It should as I move forward. We're going to do the same thing over here. Item shop middle is going to extend shop middle. It's kind of like the container naming convention where you have like the base container, which would be this, and then you have HBox container, VBox container, grid container. We're just putting the type in front of it. I think that'll work. Okay, so we have our two middles, and then we have the base shop middle class. We close out stuff that I don't actively need. We're done with submenu magic, player equipment window. Okay, back to shop middle. Need to look at shop. Let's turn that on real quick. So basically anything that goes through the shop middle, we actually need to modify. I think what we'll do is right here. So see, I can switch between these two, and what we'll do at runtime is we'll delete the one that we're not using. So up above items, we want to get references to both of these. I'm going to call this items. I want to do that. Now we'll do items, keep it shop. What did I call it? Item shop middle. You can change that name. No, let's just put an S in there. Save all that, we do that. Okay. Shop equals this. Before I do anything else, what I want to worry about is getting the format right for the magic shop, little by little. So we probably, want these to be magic items or magic button. Let's delete all of those. We go here, magic button. Okay. We're going to need another row of data. So I'm going to copy prices and paste that in there. Put it in between prices. We're going to call it level or levels. Get this text set up. It's going to look like level 1. I need to work on. Looks like we have a minimum rec size that's causing some issues. So actually, I can just select all these. Do that. Now, items, I can decrease it on this one. I don't need that much room. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that and we'll just do size flags expand. Theoretically. That expands. It's because I think we have prices. We need to modify how we handle that. Shrink M, expand. What's going on here? Is it info? Yeah, info is causing issues. I don't even know why we had that in the first place. Was it just a buffer? These definitely need to be at the end. Something like that. I do think items needs a little bit more room. Something like that looks pretty nice. I'm sorry, I can't shake this cough. It's like when I talk, it gets a little bit worse. Okay, now this right side, I'm gonna call jobs, and we can totally change this one. This will just be a VBox of labels. We're probably never going to have that many spells in one. Unless I combine 2, 3, so we have 7. Maybe we could have all of the magic in just one shop. Instead of having to go to a black magic shop and a white magic. Just give you everything. These will be all the class types that can use it. I will modify the separation there if we end up having less. Probably want to do. Am I going to have all these different types? For now, I'm just putting what I do have. Or what I'm definitely planning. And then we'll go and hide all of these. We want this to do alignment begin. And can call this magic now. its own thing. So we save that. I think we have everything we need on this one now. Visually, at least. So I can go full screen, go back to Shop GUI, and you can see if we turn off the item shop, see how that just plops in? And so what we'll do is a swap based on the type. And that way we only need to maintain one of these shop GUIs, and it keeps the consistency of the visual identity, if you will. So I'll leave magic up because that's what we're working on now. Next, we need to update how we're accessing these things. Excuse me. I think we'll keep the naming convention. Items, prices, we have that. Prices, let me see how we're referencing that. Damn, excuse me. So I think actually this should be handled in our middle class. Items.get buttons. I think that'll work if we just send through the inventory. So for now we do that. Excuse me. Can we put that in the middle like that? Let's do only bar items. Maybe we keep it to items. Maybe we keep these paths the same. Excuse me. Because that way we can have the same, we can just call it here. It's not used in this scene. Damn. Jeez. Really are items. That's annoying. Can I copy the path here? Like, I know it's not the scene, but like, really? I have to save it? Just because I extended that script, it's not letting me drag these in. That's really, really dumb. I'm gonna have to manually type this. Do prices. It's not a menu, it's just a VBox container. That's gonna be the same, except for that. Only strings can be used as index. Oh, we're doing array dot get children. Now, do we need to keep the inventory? I don't know. Either way, we have that. Now we're also going to grab levels here. Should be an array. Set. Well, no, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So we can update items. This needs to be called on middle. Now what we want to do is change how we get these. Jeez. We do items. It's going to be, actually, I don't even know if we want to get these like that. Let's see where we're using these. For the sub menu, yeah, so we do need reference this time. That's going to be, we do, change how we do this. Middle equals, just for now, do that. And this is going to be middle dot get items. Menu. Get prices. I don't know if we actually need that, but I'll just throw it in there for now. Look at prices real quick. So we're not even using this in this code anymore, so prices can go. Set items we call on middle. Set stock. I'm pretty sure stock and equipped. That's what we see over here. That needs to get moved over to item shop middle. Stock and equipped. Get rid of that. And we're only getting that reference to items. So we need to set the sub menu. Which, now that I think about it, we could change that to sub menu. Set stock. That's going to go up in item shop middle. Set stock. Items button focus. Now it's going to be sub menu. And all that set stock. We don't have prices in that, so maybe. We can check type. Crap, did I not grab my stock reference? Items button focused. Stock. Set items is based on that. I mean, really the easy fix would be to make magic tomes, which can then just be treated as items. Well, they will be items. And you know what? That's kind of a good way to do it, because then you can find magic outside of a shop. So we still need this format, but I think these need to have. So if we do an item button, we can just change the icons to the magic. So let's get that prepped. We gotta go to data and make these items. Forget the order of this. It's power then price. Okay. -1. Price maybe 100. And I think what we can do is look up the description on the magic, so we actually don't need to type it twice. um, excuse me. And those are pretty easy to make. We just swap out the first part of the string. Everything else is the same. Down the road, when we have higher level spells, we can, increase their price. We have that. We have to add that subtype to item. It's going to be pure tone. We'll put it. We have to add all of those. Fire, ice, lightning, earth, something like that. get it sketched in. We look at our data, or rather our inventory, we see we have these different types, right? So we can use that in here. So if we look at our inventory, I'm actually not going to set the submenu yet. Now that I think about it, we do need stock. So I take, let's take this. So we need a VBox. Put jobs in there. And we're going to paste that window. Get rid of the expansion on that. So we can do something like that. And equipped will be, we'll keep the same for there, but we're going to draw it as learned. Something like that. Set description, okay. Here we go. Magic. So we go to town. Here's our magic shopkeeper. Wait, no, that's our regular one. We're going to give this index 2. It says index 0. That's our test one. I'm going to give them, for testing, so we can get to them quickly, we'll give them the magic inventory. So we set that here. That's just setting the name. Middle is going to be null. Down here, we're going to do middle equals item shop middle. Down here we do magic shop middle. And I'm going to call magic shop middle dot hide. Ensure that that's hidden. Do middle dot show. Copy that for right here. We'll copy that here and just swap them out. Okay, so basically I think what I need to do is go through this script from top to bottom and modify anything that needs it. Middle set items inventory. State by. I think that's all right having the shop GUI determine when we call that. I don't have any problems with that. We do need, so if we're using button text, well, let's look at it. This would all be the same. The only difference is when we're buying here, we're going to have to modify how we load these in, or how we interact with them, rather. So that's fine. Middle.set items. We have that in the base shop middle. Item button.text. Button.show. Price.show. We get price up here. Okay. Unfortunately, I think I do just have to copy and paste this because we have to add the levels setting, or we could just loop through it again for that. Because when you think about it, the levels you only have to set once. So yeah, everything else here looks like it lines up all right. We have items menu, get prices, all of which, yeah, can stay in there. That's good. So we have item shop, that looks fine. Magic shop middle, set level. So we'll probably do that based on, yeah, we'll send through the magic name. String. That's going to look like, we also need the index in the shop. So let's send through, call it magic button. Base button for now. And so it's going to be for magic equals data.magic, magic button.text, and our level text we also need index and equals we do levels index dot text equals magic dot level. We have to format it. It's going to be level. And plus string of magic level. And we have to call set level when we set items. We're going to do this. It's going to take in the button. So by default, we just pass on that. That way I can call it here. I have to modify this because it's grabbing an item. Well, no, that's fine because it's the spell tome. We do set level on item button. Really, yeah, this should be item button. Save that. Go back to magic shop middle. Probably should have been shop middle magic like that. And I tell you what, I'm gonna change that so that these are easier to find. They'll all be in the same place in the editor. So we do that, then we're gonna go and anything that says middle, we wanna update these. First, let's close these out. Okay. Do have to update this stuff. Shop middle items. Shop middle. And we rename shop middle. Copy that. Items. Items. Oh. Shop middle magic. Magic. Then we want to open these back up. Do the same thing. It's a little tedious, but in the long run, it's going to make it easier to manage. And good. Looks like nothing broke. Shop GUI is happy with it. All right, cool. So set level. Do that. These don't have to change. Am I setting the sub menu? I don't think I am. We have to do. No. Actually, after any of these, what we're gonna do is right here. We do sub menu. It's gonna be middle get items menu. What's the problem? Oh. Man. So we'll keep going through the shop menu or the shop GUI code. That can stay. This all looks good. Items button focused. Item dot description. Middle dot set stock. Stat indicators. It'll look like middle dot set equipped. Item button pressed. That's all fine. We don't care if they have the level because we're just buying the item. All that looks fine. So it'd be pretty cool if it just works. Chances are it's not going to. I think the problem here is that we added an extra layer. So if I get rid of jobs, does this expand down? What I'm going to do is copy this. We're going to get rid of that. Before I do that, I want to paste that in. Let's get rid of info for now. Or no, let's keep it. Might need it. So jobs, quantities, jobs we want actually out here. I think. That's the old quantities. We can get rid of that. Jobs hide. It's going to be equipped. Am I looking at this wrong? Yeah, we have this too far in. Let's be in that info VBox container. That's wrong. What am I doing? Why can't I? Why is this so confusing? That's that. Let's go in that whole thing like that. Perfect. Now when I hide jobs, that looks good. So I can save that. Shop middle needs an update to I need to take the set stock. Actually, both of these need to go in the shop middle. Okay. These references go to shop middle. Update these. That's stock. Oh, come on, you're not going to let me copy that in? Why can't I copy this path? There we go. That's what I want. Do the same thing over here. Swap out stock to equipped. And now they're going to be consistent. And we have, in our base class, we're now setting stock, so that should work fine. Fingers crossed. On get children in base on null. Okay, I think I just changed the path there. So let's copy the node path there. Put that in. See if it works. Did I change the way that we access that? Let's copy node path. Is it any different in here? Margin container, HBox, items. Yeah, it's the same. I don't know, it should be working. Set items on base nil, so we're calling set inventory too early. I need to call this down here. I think this stuff, no sense repeating all of that. Oh, we're so close. So magic item button dot text, right? So we want to do that. Minus, can I do, it'd be cool if that works. No, you can't subtract. You would think you would be able to. Yeah, do like dot remove. That's annoying. So we have the item button dot text. It's gonna be isn't there a remove, or do I have to call replace? Erase. Or you know what? Dot erase. No, replace. And we're gonna replace tone with nothing. Then we can supply that in here when we access the magic. That might work. Holy crap, we're so close, I can feel it. So potion, why were we trying to get a potion? What happened there? Whoops. It was when I went over to selling. It's something about how we're handling that. This looks pretty good. We do want to hide the levels that are not in play. So where am I calling that? We're calling that when we set the items, right? what I'll do is I'll actually put this at the top. Go back here. Man, it's going to be magic.get. Sorry. Data.magic.get magic name. Then we do if magic else hide. I want to make sure we show. Okay, that. No, we don't. We want to do item button dot show. That did not work. Oh, because we want to hide the level. So let's get this. It's going to be on. We have level. That should be the ticket. Perfect. So we do that. I think I can just hide levels when we're on the player inventory. So we can just toggle that. And that works because we set our size flags correctly. Right, nothing gets changed outside of that. All right, so we save. We want to, let's see, shop middle. Set level. I would think that would hide. If magic. Shouldn't that be hiding? Go up here. I don't get that. So. And now the levels are. What? See that? It's like. It's not even adding them up, right? What? If magic. So it looks right the first time. We go to sell. It keeps all 5. We go back. Now it's back to 3. I wonder if the inventory is not set yet. So what we're going to do is go to magic. We want to print out. That should give us an indication. See, it's printing all of those, which means it thinks those are that. And I think I know the problem. I'm going to go back into shop middle. This is actually going to be. We're going to use text. It's going to be we're going to send the item through. the name of it. And down here, set level, it's going to be item.name. And here's set level. All right. Then go to magic. This needs to be magic tone name. Be a string. And we can just put that there for later. Now we already have magic name, or no, so it's going to be, take this and we replace tone with a space. Is set level at the save? Is that the problem? Are you happy now? There we go. We don't have the index, so we do need to send that through. It's really why we do want the item button. Let's send that. Here we'll just send null. Change this. Magic. Item button. Actually, I can just undo all this. So we're back there. Hit save. Change this to base button again. Then we do, should we keep that? We also want if not item button return. Whoops. I also want to do sugar. It should work now because we're setting item button.text. Oh man, I keep trying to figure out like a way that's gonna work right. Maybe we want to send the item and the index. All I. It's gonna be magic item and index. This will be inventory index. Copy that. All right, if we get level at the top, we do level.hide. This will be if not magic item. This is going to be magic item. And we already have index. So I'll walk through that. We send the magic item and the inventory index plus magic tone. If we're sending a null item, we hide the level. Magic name. So we take the magic tome, which is the item. We're going to need its name. And then we replace the space and tome with nothing. We get the magic by using that magic name as a key within data.magic. Then if magic exists, we set that text, otherwise we hide it. And I might as well do level.text equals that for posterity's sake. And so let's see what happens. Okay, name. Gotta return. Looks right. Very cool. So next stuff, let's see how these look when we buy them. Look at that. They go right into the inventory. We do need to update. Oh. Here's what we do. If inventory index. So we can keep those levels. I think that's all right. But we have to switch up how we do this. Equals 0. The same down here. And up here we make sure it's 1.0. So we're doing that so that we keep the spacing. So I'm going to buy some magic here. That looks right now. Cool. You can sell it. Everything works. A lot of leather caps there. So we can't buy anymore. Good. Stock updates correctly. Very cool. So magic button. We are that's fine. Although the look at that again, we're not updating the image. I think what I have to do is go through. It's kind of like that issue I had in the first video. Someone had made a comment, and then I did a response video to show the fix, where the texture changes were applying to the whole thing. So let's test it here. You can see these are all linked. We don't want that. We do have local to scene. The problem is that I duplicated these in the up here by like doing Control D. What we have to do is drag these in. We'll just fill the window. Not a huge deal. If you had a lot of items, you would want to automate that. Now I can go and change this, and fingers crossed. Yeah. Well, I did my math wrong, but yeah. Now, we are going to have to modify that to work with items. And so I think what we might do is we'll make a magic button, but it's going to be an item button. So we want to get icons for items. Let's see what we can do. So let me see. I should be able to get rid of that. So on the magic, get this open. When we are setting our items, we need to update the texture here. I'll set bridge later. Let's update this. Tune focus re-entering. So we have magic shop. And so we do need a few things in the magic shop down the road. Magic shop showing updating available or valid classes that can learn the magic. We also need to animate or draw indicators of player GUIs if they can't already know magic. Let's do a walkthrough for over town real quick. I'll go full screen. Get that cursor out. We have the equipment shop here. I know these all work. Or do they? Let's put on our leather cap. Let's see if it updates. Perfect. So it's telling us in that slot we have the equivalent level of protection. We do want to get the integer value of change. Let's exit that. Up here we have our magic shop. Don't worry about these arrows, we're going to work on that. We need to update the descriptions. Oh, we don't have any. We didn't put them in yet. See, they work on this. What do I have? We have the in. We'll have to get the in implemented. Is there another shop or is that everything? The general shop will be up here and the healer. We walk out, we leave. We turn on danger. Let's see if our battle's still working. I don't see why it wouldn't. Do want to get the cursor into battle now. I forgot we have a full party. That's kind of cool. Way to go, guys. Yeah, it does play better when you have a full party. I think I can just kind of spam attack, and it should automatically change up its targets. Getting to the point where I need sound. Alright, cool. Turn off dangers, check out our field menu again. So I think now that we have a magic shop, I can turn off giving them magic by default. We can test our cures. That worked. Let's heal them up, and we'll heal Izzy. Good. Although, was Sydney using that? Oh, it's taking out. I have to fix that. I don't know if you noticed that, but when we use a spell, like say Aurora uses it, it's going to take the magic from whoever we cast it on. See how Sydney now has 0? I have to fix that. I think probably be in field menu. Submenu magic selected. Then we go to players button pressed right here. And this is going to be, we need to get the target for the caster. So we have to store that. We will do caster. Send that through. That we will keep up here. I call it caster. Yeah, that's fine. So actually, I want to rename this to that. I did caster equals caster. Then here, when we use that magic in players button pressed, selected magic, we're doing caster.addMP, and then caster is going to equal null, and that. So I'll test that real quick. So Darius is going to use cure, although, oh, I have to update my signal. It's going to be submenu magic. Caster. And send through the player. Make sure I'm not calling that anywhere else. Good. Sydney's going to call it on Izzy. We want to see. Oh, come on. Now something else is broken. Oh, I have it backwards. So it's never receiving that. Sydney's going to cure Izzy. Good. Sydney's MP went down. Perfect. We look at field menu again. Find gold. Can I not click on that? Oh, these are on top. That's why. Go to gold, label 2, value, time value. Now look at how we handle gold in here. So it's a money label. And that will automatically update. So all I have to do, let's see, this does not need to be that. I'm just going to cut this. Oops, I got rid of the wrong one. Cut that, and then we're going to add money label. Like 0G. All we want, just write a line and shrink end. That should automatically update now. Perfect. And
Do we even need time like that? We could just show it down there. Get rid of that. Hours, minutes, seconds. It's gonna be time or clock. We'll call it clock. And I guess we can keep that format for now. Now for location, we're probably going to want I think for now we can just grab the name of the current scene. So if we look at game, we have field menu down here, right? We can probably send, when we do a scene transition, we can send the location down the field menu. So game can get a reference to that. We're going to make a function in field menu called set location. Go back to field menu. We want to get a reference to location now. Or set location dot text equals text. Am I calling that yet? Location. That's wrong. We want to get the label within it. All right, so I'm not calling it yet in game. We take field menu. When we do a scene transition, dot set location. It's going to be current. Scene.name. Yeah, it didn't work. That's going to be current scene. Might as well keep it the same down here. There you have it. If we go into town, it should update. Cool. Later on, I'll get, actual town names. I want to disable the menu when transitioning. And I think it'll also, if we go into battle, I can probably still turn on the menu. Yeah, so we don't want that. So we're going to do set enabled false. Up here. And wherever we re-enable the player, that's when we'll re-enable the field menu. So I think it's going to be down here. Alright, so no, I was still able to do that. That's weird. Also, what is going on now? What? Is the field menu breaking something? Oh, wait. Because the field menu, I think when it's done with that, yeah, it does that. So, all I think we have to do is just change the order of that. So if we disable the field menu first, then we can override it by doing the player. Alright, see the player stopped. No, we don't want to turn that back on. Okay. I think we can do. I think we only have to do it on here. Disable input or set input enabled. So now we have that. We can call that in game. We do want to make sure the menu's closed. Then we want to do field menu. Oops. Got that false. And so all we're doing is re-enabling its input. And that we can put down here. So let's see, I was pressing that key while we're transitioning. Nothing happens until we're back in. So we have updating time. We did golden location. Time, I feel like I could probably just grab my day-night cycle and modify that. Underscore these because we don't use them in that. Do I have my day-night cycle in here? No. Yeah, let's go take a quick look at that. The last usage of that is probably in my farming. Might be in utility. Maybe in GUI? I don't think it'll be in GUI. World? Day-night cycle. Take a look at that script. I wonder. We really just need the time. And I would imagine there's a built-in method for that. Let's look at Godot clock. I don't need all the pictures. All I want is the code. This does look like a fun project though. Get time dict.
We don't want the actual time. So Godot get runtime. Get ticks. I think that's all we need. Get ticks. Second. So millisecond to second is just, it's 1,000, right? I'm no math expert. Clock. In field menu. Let's call this clock. Call it clock. It's fine. That's not clock. Clock is up here. Let's give it a script. And label. This all looks good. Class name clock. We'll do some experimenting here. Let's look at seconds equals 0. Seconds equals delta. Equals time. 0 seconds. Here equals 0. If floor total seconds, we just do int, it's greater than seconds, seconds equals int total seconds, something like that. And we want to print seconds. I just want to see if this works. 1, 2, 3, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi. I think that does work. So we can look up delta. Delta is in seconds. So the delta time since the previous frame is not constant. I think we can just use that. There are other ways of doing that, but that's fine for now. Instead of that, we're going to update our time. Set time. Just 2 seconds. Might borrow some code for the conversion so it's easy. In-game to real minute duration. Oh, that's if I want to speed up the time. I don't need that right now. But you can see how they're just factoring delta there. Advanced state, we don't need that. We need calculate time. Minutes per day. Yeah, I mean, this stuff. Let's grab that. Grab this. I mean, this isn't like very complicated math or anything. Do this. Set time. I don't think we need to send anything through. We're not going to return anything here. So total minutes equals time. How are they factoring time? Time equals, so they're just adding to time. That's smart. Okay, we can do that. We'll add time. Total minutes, day. We don't need day. Get rid of that crap. Oh, do we need it for this? No, we just need total minutes. Current day minutes, yeah. I do want to get seconds too. Minutes per hour, seconds per minute. Total. How do I get seconds from this? If we're doing minutes first. Time divided by in-game to real minutes ratio. Let me see that. Seconds per minute. Minutes per hour. Minutes per day. I don't really need that. We just care about seconds per minute and minutes per hour, which is obvious. And then total seconds is going to be time divided by, actually it's just going to be int time. Just call set time. So we get total seconds, which is rounding time. Total minutes is total seconds divided by seconds per minute, right? Then total minutes, hour is going to be total minutes divided by minutes per hour. And minutes, total minutes, yeah. Where is that? I couldn't find it for a second. I mean, we really don't need consts for these. I mean, it's easy math, but. So anyway, we do that and set time, the label. I think we can do that check. Zero. Let's actually set that down here. Total. All right. And then if total seconds. Just try not to call this every frame. Total seconds equals int our current seconds equals time.
We do if total seconds is less than current seconds, total seconds equals current seconds, and set time. Just a minor thing, not a big deal. So we look in here, we're not actually applying that yet, so we need a reference. Well, we are the label, so all we have to do is text equals string. Hour plus string minute plus this plus string second plus seconds. So I'm going to add some customization to get the formatting right on that. We can keep that running. Speed var hour prefix string if hour is less than 10 else or minute let's do it this way. Text equals that. We do text plus equals minute prefix plus that. Text plus equals seconds prefix plus that. I didn't have to reload. That's all right. There we go. There's the clock. And I think we want to do like get formatted time, return a string, return text, easy. So we'll use that or now we'll come back to that. To do rethink how we will store this data. Probably get the integer values or parse this string as is. Yeah, we'll just leave that for now. Okay, clock, updating time. Getting pretty close to character creation menu at new file start. That's going to be fun. Magic and items in battle, that'll be a good one. Really got to fix all of our attributes, our weapons and shields. I think I'm going to rethink what kind of attributes I'm going to have and their effects before I commit to anything. So that's not a super high priority for me. Inventory item icons, that is a big one. I'm actually going to move this stats one down. This can probably go down too because we don't have stats yet. Inventory item icons, level ups. I want to get this in. Since we've been working on GUIs, it might make sense to get this one.
I'm going to close out some of this because we're not really using that. Now game, that's the game. I could put the title menu on the canvas layer, or we can just make the title menu its own thing, which I think is what we're gonna do. Make sure it's full rect, zoom in, we get a background. I don't need this game running. I mean, I guess we can check our clock. Minutes work. Too much space up there. Anyway, I'm gonna do color rect, full rect, black, and call that background. Let's look up some source material. We got FF6 GBA title screen. Maybe I want title menu. It would be cool to animate something like that. I don't know why these are taking so long to load. Title menu. Maybe file select. Doesn't even really need to be GPA. Let's see, have that. They just do the big bars. We could do that, because then you can show your whole party. That's kind of nice. Like, what's going on here with all this dead space? That seems odd. This looks a lot better. This looks like a pixel remaster. Let's see. Here's the GBA one. That's cool that they showed a little bit of the player data. I really like these names. That's pretty cool. Oh, the Game UI database. That's a great website. We might as well check that out. They just don't always have what I need. Here's the character creation in the original. So I think we can roll with that. That's pretty good, and it's consistent with our other menus. FF1. Sure. Let's look at that. So they do it this way. This is the remaster. That's pretty good. Look at that. So there are two main things that we're looking at right now. One, we have the file select screen, and two, we have the character selection screen. And both of those will be on the title menu. I think we will just use the GBA version as a baseline. This is kind of wild. What is going on with all of these numbers? Is it glitched out or something? I'm intrigued. I want to take a look. I guess maybe it's Final Fantasy II where you have all the stats. That's what this looks like. Can I eat car? Okay. Let's see why not. We probably have enough. You know, I kind of like that layout. Nah, I like ours. Okay. So let's take a quick look at this before we go back to Godot. See how you can put in a game and it gives you all of the different UIs from it? Very, very cool. I should have been here a lot earlier. We can bookmark that. Okay. And we can come back to that. Don't need all these. That's not loading, so we don't need that. We'll leave that open. So title menu, it's going to have two things. Well, three, right? We have the title screen, possibly, where you have new game or load game. Then you have the character creation screen. I think first we're going to do the character creation. Let's get a reference up. Plop these in here. So we have that. Does not need to be that big. And oh, you know what? It might be a full screen GUI that we just modify. Let's take a look at that. Excuse me. So it has a cursor, yeah. I think all of this works. I think it does. Yeah. Oops. Title menu goes to GUI. I think that's what I want to call it, title menu. Title screen. Okay. Now within the title screen, let me rename that first. We're gonna make, try to look at this. Build from here. I think that is what we used. So back to title screen, we're going to drag this in. We're going to call this, first off, we're going to make it local. Call this character creation screen. And we'll get title screen as script. On ready var. Let's just make it null. We'll get to that later. Close that one. I think I closed my title menu. That back open. Let's worry about the layout first. So what I want to do is grab a window. Doesn't matter what. I want to get that in here. Now we are going to use players. It's kind of convenient that I grab that one. But it's going to be a different setup. Now this one will be, this margin container needs to be full. Maybe, I'm sorry, the window needs to be span vertically. We'll call this players. Look at this, options. Just change this for now. Let's run it, see if it crashes. Based on all instance. So players. Why do we have the shop GUI? What's going on there? Oh, that has the shop GUI script, that's why. We want to detach that. We want full screen GUI, right? Alright, that's our layout. At least the beginning of it. Now the margin, we'll worry about that later. We're going to need a H box. Or no. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get another V box. It's going to be called right side. Its alignment is fine. It's going to go shrink end. Now we're going to put, just for now, we're going to get that in there and change. Let's see. This margin container, that's fine. We're going to put this in its own. Right. We can get rid of this. Get rid of that. Rename this header, which I should just copy in. And paste that. Of course, the size is not right. Just eyeball it. Change the text to new game. Have a label in there. It's going to be description or info. Then controls. This will be assign each character. We need auto wrap. We're going to call this job. Well, I guess class, but in code I'll keep it to job. I want that. So the controls, we're going to give it a little bit extra of a min Y. So it takes over more room. And on the right, I think that's good. For now, we'll just do A confirm, B back, start. Done. Something like that. And I take back the min size. We're just going to do that. Maybe it can take a little bit more. Just not as much as we had. Whoops, wrong one. That way they're kind of evenly spaced. So now we have the left side, which is the players. I might call this one left. So we know, right? It's very clear what we're doing. Players menu here. That's the only menu in this screen. And we might make a custom scene for that so that we can keep the styling consistent. But basically, it looks like it's just an HBox. We're going to have a texture rect. Actually, don't I have a player GUI? It's going to have one of these. And we're going to give it 2 labels under a VBox within the HBox. I'm going to do that thing, whatever. And let's just put job name. Name and job. Okay. This is going to be, I'm going to call this thing here player character creation bar box. And we can make that a scene in here and just duplicate it. Then we want to play with our spacing. It probably wants to be centered, and we can add a lot of separation. Not that much. And in here, I'm going to give this a little more separation. Like that Offspring song, gotta keep them separated. So this one, let's see what we can do with that. And horizontal, I think we want this guy to be shrink center vertically. So they have a little room that's going to update in our title menu. Let me close out stuff we're not using. That looks a bit better. We can get our cursor in. And this margin container, I'm going to push them over. Oh no. Oh no, that's the wrong margin container. We want this one. To the left, see, I'm just going to push them in. I'm going to try 24. That way they're a little bit more ideally spaced. I'll turn off grid snap. And I think it's probably going to be about there. Okay. So that looks like in game. It crashes. Beautiful. And it's because these are not buttons. I had that issue before. So what we're going to do is just change type button. It's a little janky, but I don't really care right now. do need to give it a proper minimum size. 80 by 24. Maybe bring that up so it's a little bit better. All right, cool. Yeah, something like that. Go. That's fine. We're gonna make sure it stays that way. This is only because I need it to be a button so that it works with my menu. Probably turn that stuff off. Just makes it clear. Whoops. Wrong scene. Alright. Next up, we need to do some. I can close that. Need to look at full screen GUI. Which actually needs to extend. Oh, no. Wrong. This one. Which maybe I'll make this separate. Alright, full screen GUI, we have the cursor. So in this, we want to set top menu in the ready after we extend it. That's fine. Function ready, we're going to set top menu. That's going to be, why don't we just do that? Players. For good measure, I'll get a reference to players. It just looks a bit cleaner having that up there. We can swap that out. So once I do that, we should, whoops, I keep doing that. Do function on, actually, we're going to cheat. We're going to call this options. That way I have the default setup with it. I don't have to add those signals. Or I thought wrong. Let's do, it's called set enabled from the title screen on that. And this will be its own thing now. Equals this. And function ready. Good character. Set true. Testing. Change this to button. New file button. Pressed. I keep doing that, loading the whole game. Gotta do F6 instead of F5. But we still don't have focus on that. Let's see what's happening there. Node not found. I didn't change the name. I did it again. Alright, that's what we want to see. Perfect. So now when we press onto that, grab this. Oh, we're going to need a way to go into that. So name and job actually need to be buttons. That's another reason why we want to make that a scene, so that we instance it and it's updated every time we created it. Right? Probably close out title screen for now. I want this in front. So those are buttons. Now when we press on that button, we want to go into this. We're going to focus on name. So let's get a script in player creation box. Just call it creation box. I'll even get this. It's a little bit long. We're going to update that path. Just remove character. This character is kind of redundant. So we got that player creation box. Cool. Everything's updated there, except on these. So I'm gonna select them all, do batch rename. It's just gonna be player. Can I not remove everything? Replace. Oh no, we can just search for character and replace it with nothing. Beautiful. So we press that. We're gonna do even better. They can handle it themselves. Let's go into this. So you're going to handle your own button presses. And actually going to redo that. I'm going to take this out. We're just going to say on pressed. It's on ourself. On pressed, we want to focus onto name. If we back out, I need to handle cancel presses. We're also going to disable set input. Is that not on this one? Reset process. I think. So we're not going to use that in this one. So who do I want to handle cancel input? Ready. Let's do this. We're just going to use input. I want the autocomplete. Okay. Event.is action pressed. UI cancel. to oh, do if no, we don't need that on that. This we do button. Well, they're handling that already on their own. So actually I don't need that. I will keep it in there in case we change. Might as well let them handle that instead. Get rid of this crap. So if they're pressed, we want to grab focus on name. This is actually going to be a menu. And now we want to do already var this menu. We do menu dot button focus. We're always going to start at the top. So we put 0 in there. And we want to do set input and handled true. Up and ready, we're going to disable that. And I also want to disable it here. And what we'll do is emit signal. No. We do that, but then we grab focus on self. Thing. We want this. Not getting any movement now. Is it because of that? I don't think so. Yeah, it's not that one. Is it our reference? Option set. Focus on start. Doing that. All right, now we're talking. So we go in. I press escape. Escape's not working. We need to turn on focus mode.
What I might actually do, we're not going to disable focus on focus exit. Then we'll do the same thing in here. Let's see, we'll get rid of that. What we do instead is if menu.hasFocus. We're going to grab focus on ourselves. So I'm trying to make it so that we can back out, but we can. When will I stop doing that? Oh man, I really need to eat. I'm making goofy mistakes now. No, we don't want that either, do we? Go back here. We do want disable and focus exit. I did it again. Okay. That looks right. So we can exit it by moving out. That's kind of nice. I don't think like this input isn't working. Oh, because we turn it off there. Save that. Now we gotta reload. Still not working. Because I'm using the wrong function. It is focused. We also want the cursor to move to those buttons. Do for creation box in players get buttons. I want to do player creation box.connect to node self. I need to go into menu and modify that. Plop that in. So now it'll default the name, but we can also override it, and we're going to do player creation. We're going to grab this. And now we just need focused. We're going to move the cursor. It's a button. I keep doing that. connect node in base player creation box. We'll do perfect. Now this disable and focus exit. Oh, we need to do that as well. Yeah. I can't exit out. When I press escape, it should be backing out. Focus. Let's see if that works. There we go. We gotta do a little sloppy. Exiting. Oh, backing out. Now, in here, we also wanted to connect that. Backing out. Self. On player creation. Backing out. Then we will do top menu dot button focus. Tree handle. That seems to be working as intended. Now we need to add this, but for pressed. We'll do patch button text name. Yes. Actually, we want button dot name. And I'm going to leave off from there. We will implement renaming and job selection, as well as the sprite updates. And we'll probably add gender selection too, so that your class does not dictate your gender. And then once we wrap this up, we have to, when we hit finish, we have to send this data up to the title screen. Or, no, we can just send it to data and update our party there. And do all that. All right, cool.
Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck making your game. Wow, that was a pretty long video. I will see you next time.